Naseef, CMOs, when you talk to them, one of the things that almost all of the executives will talk about is the KPIs. Because anything that they
Yeah.
do, they need to track how is it performing, what's the kind of returns I'm getting, and so on and so forth. So with respect to video as such, what are the KPIs that people can track, and how can they track?
So I think video is a very demand gen specific channel, right? I see this tendency for people to see it as a demand capture channel. And what I mean by that is people think, okay, I have created 10 videos. I should be getting 5 leads each at least from one video. So shouldn't video have contributed to 50 leads in total, right? I think we'll have to do away first with that kind of a mindset because videos don't work that way. I'll give you a real life example from my company, the last company that I worked in, Econ Systems. We had a customer come and tell us, we saw your video on this particular product and it was very well done. Why don't you do more such videos? Right? So there was no attribution, there
Hmm.
was no tracking in your Google Analytics. Your analytics tool didn't tell you this information, but you have to understand that this kind of an impact happens. So that said, you obviously want to try and track this as much as possible. You can set up tracking in Google Analytics, how much of traffic you are getting from YouTube, how many conversions are happening. If you do the goal definition set up properly in Google Analytics, you'll be able to see how many conversions YouTube as a channel has contributed to. So that is how you try to capture how much it has contributed to increasing the pipeline or leads of the company. But what I personally prefer to do is, like I said, consider it as a pure demand generation channel where I want to measure more of a top of the funnel metrics. I mean, for example, it depends on the platforms as well that you use. Let's say if you're using YouTube, what are the different metrics that you can look at? One is, of course, at a video level, you can look at the number of views, the likes, comments that you get. But at a consolidated channel level, in YouTube, you can look at the total number of impressions that you are getting for your video, the total number of clicks, the click through rate, the number of subscribers that you have, the total watch hours you have received, the retention rate of your video. So retention rate apparently, as YouTube says, it is one of the most important metrics among the other things that I mentioned, which is why you see a lot of creators starting with hooks like, here are 7 ways to improve your productivity, and the seventh one will shock you. Right. So you would have seen hooks like those, intros like those. That is because YouTube gives a lot of value to retention rate and people want you to see, creators want you to see the video till the end. So retention rate is another metric. So this is what you can see on YouTube. If you're using LinkedIn as a platform, you can look at the number of, so when you post on LinkedIn, a video on LinkedIn, it will tell you how many people have, how many unique viewers have you received and how many total views have you received, and what is the number of minutes for which the video has been viewed. So there the number of the kind of metrics is slightly different, right? So depending on the platform that you use for hosting the video, the metrics might change. Plus, on YouTube, you can dive a little deeper also. You can look at the demographic data of your viewers. How many subscribers versus non-subscribers have
Hmm.
viewed your video. So you get all this data in YouTube Analytics basically. And whenever you are putting YouTube video elsewhere, if you're embedding the video using the YouTube code snippet on your website or an email, you will be able to see how much traffic has come from those sources as well. It will show up as external sources in YouTube Analytics. So you'll be able to see, dig down and see that kind of breakdown as well, right? So these are basically the top of the funnel metrics you can measure. Plus, like I said in the beginning, you can also go one level deeper and look at your Google Analytics data to see how much of a traffic YouTube has brought in and how many conversions it has resulted in.